18th June midnight, 19th June morning, quarter past 12 midnight. This is the place where Darren Osborne drove from that side of the road, came in and smashed and trampled over with a van in the Wadcote Street, where there was one person lying on the ground and he was being assisted by 9, 10 or 11 other people, and he just came and ran over all of them. And he drove through here, and then he went on smashing one of those black pillars or poles, and that's where this car was here the way it is now. And we have the door number 207 here. The person who lives here heard a bang, came out, and he's going to speak with us and give us more detail. But it's been this area where this has happened. It's quite a couple of 100 yards away from the FinsburyPark Mosque, and there is another mosque beside it. This is right opposite to the UCKG building in the Seven Sisters Road. We will now speak with Muaz. Muaz lives in this number 207 Seven Sisters Road. Muaz, tell us about what happened and what is your experience? What did you see happening?
So I had just come back from Taraweeh, which is the nighttime prayer, and I was indoors in my house when I heard a massive bang, like the loudest noise I've ever heard, because it literally crashed right there. That missing pole, it crashed at one side, crashed there, and the other side crashed right here into another pole that was here. And it was the loudest noise I've ever heard. I thought there was an explosion. I switched off the lights, told my wife to switch off the lights, close the windows. I was running out, to help people, to see what's going on. And as soon as I came out, the first thing I saw was a man trapped under a van, 3 people all alongside this wall that were on the floor. One of them was puking out, vomiting blood repeatedly. And there was a Somali sister across there. There was an Algerian brother over there. There was, of course, the main person that died. Allah yarhamu, may Allah have mercy on him. The Bangladeshi brother in the middle that died. And it was absolutely chaos. And we had to help everyone at the same time.
So the guy who was the driver, was he the only person in the
Yes,
passenger in the truck?
Yes, I know people say they saw 3 people. Those 3 people were white Englishmen that were helping us.
Right.
They were helping us. One of them is around here, and he doesn't want to be interviewed, but he actually had the idea to move the van off its side 2 wheels so we could grab the brother from underneath. He was squashed underneath the van. We put him in the recovery position. We put towels on his wounds. We put towels under his head. We just found out today he was in a 9-hour surgery. 9-hour surgery. So imagine how many bones he's broken for being trapped under. I honestly think if he was under there for any longer, he would have died.
And so Darren Osborne, the guy who ran over the truck.
Yeah.
So the guy who ran over the truck, Darren Osborne. So how was he apprehended?
He was right here, and he had the nerve after crashing to reverse. And as he was reversing, which he would have injured more people, the group took him out of the car straight away, and they dragged him alongside here all the way to the pavement.
So all of this happened while this car was here?
This car was here. If it wasn't for this car here, God knows, he may have crashed into our home. So this car was here, exactly here.
Right.
So they moved him to the pavement, and rightly so. People are angry. They just witnessed the murder. They just witnessed people in severe casualties. They were hitting him over there, and that's when we were treating this brother here. But what happened was we went over there to see what was going on there, and we saw everyone was hitting him. People were containing him. So nothing major happens to keep him alive. And that's when the Imam of the mosque, which is my older brother, Muhammad, that's when he came and he told me, Muaz, get these people back. We need him alive. There is no good, no benefit from him dying, and no matter how bitter
he played a very important role in making sure that he was apprehended and given over to the police.
Of course. There were a few others as well, but he was very vocal about it. It was even very emotional because one of the people that got hit was a brother of someone, and the person came screaming his head off, charging at my brother. And my brother Muhammad, he just had to contain him and say, listen, there's no good from harming him now. They will bring no good. We have to let the authorities deal with him because that is the correct way.
As an aftermath, I mean, you are probably the closest, the most privy to the incident.
Yeah.
You live here right at your door.
Yeah.
You're the closest. And what we have seen starting from the Finsbury Mosque, when we enter the mosque, we prayed our Taraweeh there today. And we found that the whole wall, people have come here and they have given, shown solidarity, and they have laid their flowers and given made nice comments. And also we can see that here, and this is mostly non-Muslims and Muslims alike.
Our non-Muslim neighbors, Italian neighbors, they're Catholic non-Muslims. They came and they set this up.
So while this guy, Darren Osborne, tried to create a division between Muslims and non-Muslims, the way the non-Muslims and Muslims reacted actually defeats his purpose, and so he lost.
He lost. The consequences was the complete opposite of what he wanted. He wanted us to be divided. It only made us more solidified, and there was only more unity from the Muslims and the non-Muslims together.
Thank you very much, Muaz. Is there anything else you want to say?
No, that's it. May God give a healthy recovery to the people injured. There's a brother, Algerian brother Ibrahim, who's in severe condition. They say that he may be paralyzed because he's injured his back. May Allah give him a healthy recovery, and to all those as well. And may Allah shed His mercy on the brother who died.
Ameen. So here we hear directly from the neighbor of the incident, the most privy to the incident, the events as they happened last night. The message to everyone from here, Finsbury Park, is clear. It doesn't matter whether it's the Manchester terror attack, whether it's the London Bridge terror attack, or a terror attack on the Muslims in Finsbury Park. The whole idea of terror attacks is to divide the Muslims and non-Muslims, is to create division in a society where multiculturalism is celebrated. And by coming together after this incident, through the rallies like London Muslim Alliance conducted, through the people coming here and showing solidarity to the Muslim lives taken by the terror attack and the injuries happened. And also the Imam in the mosque today mentioned that all the neighbors who are non-Muslims came around and shown support, and also offered money for the victims and support from the victims who are injured. This brings communities together, and doesn't matter however much these terrorists, be it in the name of Islam, or be it using or abusing the name of Islam, or be it in the name of racism, we ordinary and common people, regular Muslims, non-Muslims alike, we will stand together and defeat their purpose. Thank you. Nawfal Zamir, LB24 TV. So, you seen the incident yesterday?
Yeah, I see.
Can I ask you some questions?
I was here about 15 minutes late after the accident. So that's the time when I arrived here. A lot of people here, most of them are Somali. One of them is Algerian boy. They come from the mosque. And one of them, she's old lady. That's the blood of them. It's dry.
This is
yeah, the blood of people. Blood of people. Yeah, that is dry because the sun. They shouldn't. They should clean it. Some of them are disabled people, and that's what's happened here. I believe the person, he doesn't know the area. He thinks that's the renter of the mosque. So the person, he thinks that's the renter of the mosque because he found a lot of people here by hijab and wearing dress of Muslim. He doesn't know the area, so he attacked this place. He thinks that's the door of the mosque or something like that. For that reason, he attacked them by his van, and he tried to run away because the way is closed. He couldn't, and people, they arrest him and they make citizen arrest. And some of them, they try protect him, and others, they were angry because their parents here, they try beat him, so they protect him and they give it to the police. That's what happened here.
We shall now take a walk towards the nearest mosque this way.
No, it's not the mosque here.
No, to
The
show
mosque, the mosque is about 200 meters.
Yeah.
They call it a Riaya Center, and the others
The
is
Finsbury
Finsbury
Park
Park.
mosque is
And
on the other side
yeah,
of the road.
it's not Finsbury Park. It's Fountain Road bus stop. That's what they call it, the place.
They call this place
Opposite the church.
Frontier Road bus stop.
Yeah. So they try make it like he attacked mosque. No, he attacked civilian people, innocent people on the street. So they don't. They should control that media. They try play by emotion of people. And only ridiculous and lions. They said in Jazeera they died 10. It's not 10. About 8-person injury. 3 of them serious injury. 1 of them is died. Allah yarrahmu. They come from mosque after evening praying. They try go home to get suhoor or PM because they have break, and that's what happened here.
Thank you. Your name?
Firhat.
Farhad. Thank you very much.
You're
Farhad.
welcome, sir.
Thank you. So we have heard from a couple of people who were here exactly when this happened. We will walk down towards for 100 or 200 yards towards the center. There are 2 mosques in the area. So one is we have been told is a welfare center, and the other one is the Finsbury Park Mosque. And this is the junction in between. It is quite confusing when you think that what made Darren Osborne drive here and he found 10-12 people on the road, on the side road, and he just simply ran them over with his big van. So the mosques are quite, as you can see, that we are walking towards a couple of 100 yards or meters. And Finsbury Park Mosque is on the other side of this railway bridge, on the right side of the road. We'll have to take a right to go to the Finsbury Park Mosque. And this is the center. Can you please give us the name of this center? This is Muslim Welfare House. Muslim Welfare House, right. So this is the Muslim Welfare House. So the matter happened a couple of 100 yards away from the Muslim Welfare House. Anything happened here at all?
No.
It was all down there.
All behind us down there. When people go out from pray, they come the car, and this happen.
Thank you. We'll go out. No problem. Thank you very much. Thank you. So we got the confirmation that everything that happened. So this is the Muslim Welfare Center. Everything happened a couple of 100 yards or meters away from here. And now we are going to, this is the one of the entrances of Finsbury Park station. We will now walk down towards the Finsbury Park Mosque, and you will, we can see that people have come because the media focused on the Finsbury Park mosque, probably to a certain degree, a bit more than what it should have been. A lot of attention and the solidarities and the flowers have been given on the other end where the incident actually didn't happen. But regardless, this has been quite an experience for the whole neighborhood, and the whole neighborhood, Muslims, non-Muslims alike, they have come together. And now we will see in the corner of this road, in the junction, you will see the flowers and the candles, and this is a very much an English local Christian way of showing solidarity, respect to the people who has left us for a better world. And this is phenomenal, the amount of people who has come here and shown their respect, and people who are still coming here is just phenomenal. And the message is very clear all across the wall: united against all terror. And hiya guys, can I quickly have a chat with you guys?
Don't film me, man. Just don't film me.
Okay.
These guys, I don't mind.
No, you okay? Okay.
This brother,
No problem. We can talk. We can talk. And he's going to keep his.
Don't mind as well, so
Yeah. Okay. We will talk.
Don't film me. Don't pull me.
No problem.
I don't want
No.
MI5 down here, man.
No worries.
What you
Okay. Tell us about what is the feeling here at the moment.
Sad.
This incident happened,
Very sad. I'm sad.
and
I'm tired with this country now. Basically, first of all, I'll start with the government because it's getting worse and worse. Something needs to be done as soon as possible.
so this is a problem both for Muslims and non-Muslims, everyone alike, the ordinary people alike. This is a problem.
The problem is that there's never one side to any story. You know, there's always an enemy, or there's always an aggressor, or there's always somebody. So, but the way media is portrayed is that it's always the Muslim is the bad guy, Islam is the extreme. But you'll find many forms of extreme in whether it's Jewish, whether it's Christian, whether it's white, whether it's black. It doesn't matter. But they love to portray Islam in the way where we are the only extreme.
So the Muslims are singularly taken out and portrayed to be the terrorists and so on.
It's a lot of prejudice towards like Muslim people, and that's probably the worst part of it, because I'm telling you, from 1.6 billion Muslims in the world, how can you tell me 50,000 people or 80,000 people represent? That's what they say ISIS is made up of, 50,000 people. How can that represent 1.8 million Muslims? How? You tell me. It doesn't even make a percentage which counts as the main views of Muslims. So it's kind of crazy, really. Yeah, it's kind of crazy.
Actually, I want to say those who shed the blood of the innocents, they have nothing to do with Islam, and they have nothing to do with the Holy Prophet ﷺ. Simple as that. So whoever did this or whoever doing around the world, they have nothing to do with Islam. They are no Muslims. Muslims in Quran is mentioned already. So those who kill once, they kill the whole humanity.
So they're no Muslims. They're not following any Islam. They're not following any Christianity. They're not following any Judaism.
Well, the way that they think they're following is not. Islam is about peace. So whatever they're following, you tell me what it is, because we are, we were Muslims here. We don't know what they're doing.
It's all about hatred. That's what they follow.
They don't represent us. They don't represent us. They don't represent the average Muslim. No. They don't even represent themselves properly. They don't even know what they're doing.
They don't know.
I can't agree with you more. It's absolutely, you're right. Now, one thing I've noticed from coming from other part of the town here, this what the terrorists wanted or want is to divide the community, is to divide the Muslims and non-Muslims. And after this incident, looking at the level of solidarity and people who came
Look what
up,
happened in West London.
and don't you? It was absolutely.
In West London.
It was London Bridge, West London, Manchester, one after another. Things are happening. But do you think that this has defeated, looking at the amount of people coming forward to show solidarity, do you think that it has defeated the purpose of the terrorist, at least to a certain degree?
At the end of the day, in the hardest times, that's when, you know, true colours come out and people stick together and you ride through. I've been in London literally all my life, so that's one thing. We get up and we get on and we stick together. But the situation's not going to go away. The situation's not going to go away. Islamophobia is there. These extreme elements of whoever's following ISIS or whatever they're doing, they're still there. But it happens in all other religions. What my problem is why is the focus just on Islam? That's my key question.
So when you say why is the focus on Islam, you mean why is the focus on Islam by the mainstream media on Islam?
In terms of extremism, in terms of terrorism. Like, are you really telling me that the only terrorists in this world are brothers that pray 5 times a day?
Who are saying those things?
Well, media.
Media. Who are the media?
The media and the government, they're saying all this. And they work together. They know what's...
So the media and the government got a common narrative that anything goes wrong, any kind of terrorism happens, it is to do with Muslims. That's what you're saying?
Yes.
Actually, is media is showing people and using the name of Islam again and again. Actually, like me and this brother, we don't know each other. And we are different from different culture, different race. And we are together here. We are standing here. Actually, media putting the hatred in the people heart and using the same name and hosting the shows and getting the people and taking the interviews from only the Muslims, celebrities and sportsmen. And that's why this hatred come to the people heart. And the same thing happened here. That guy came from, I think so, from Cardiff and somewhere. Yeah, all the way Cardiff, came here and did this at Finsbury Park. Why? Because he got that individual hatred in his mind and he came and he did it.
And one thing, can I say a point about that? It's quite amazing how this guy from Cardiff, he was allowed to get arrested. I will guarantee if that was a Muslim brother, he would have been shot on sight to send a message. Listen, this is what we think of you.
Were you guys here when this happened?
I saw the man coming.
You saw it?
I saw
the...
See when... Listen.
Can I ask you, have you seen any terrorist unit coming here? The terrorist...
When they finished to pray last night, that stupid man, when he came with that van, we don't know how you're going to leave Cardiff to arrive all the way to London to injure people and kill someone. It's ridiculous.
Have you seen terrorism response unit coming here last night?
No, we haven't. We haven't seen it. I was there. We haven't seen it.
By the way,
We just
you know
seen
they
the
were
police.
fleeing the van.
Just the police. That's it.
You haven't seen any special forces with the big guns?
Yeah, armed police.
I saw in the news, armed police was here.
No,
They come after. They come
came
after.
after. And you know how it took them 1 hour to have last night. 1 hour. That's ridiculous.
And like this brother pointed there.
1 hour.
London Bridge, they said they were there within 7 minutes.
Yeah, within 7 minutes. And they shoot them.
hour to come here? I don't know. Why did it take them an hour to come here?
That's the question we want you to raise.
That's what we want to know ourselves.
You know what I don't understand yet is how a Muslim, so-called Muslim anyway, he will get shot on sight where you don't even give him an opportunity to be like, why did you do this? This is what I'm trying to say. Why is it when it's someone who is not a Muslim, he almost gets that opportunity, or the way that propaganda in media, they flip it in a way where he's a lone wolf or he's a...
So what do you say about Daily Mail? When I got the message last night, Daily Mail, when Daily Mail covered it, they used a sentence saying this happened near to FinsburyPark Mosque, where the hate preacher Abu Hamza used to be. That's nothing to do with.
Regardless, you can't always listen to the Daily Mail, because the Daily Mail, they've got a proven track record of being a certain way. So people need to do their research and check the history. And
So do you think that Daily Mail and the likes are spreading this hatred against the Muslims?
That's what I said.
Well,
It's
it's
all
clear
media is there.
in the past. You can see they're taking one narrative. Now you tell me, as a man who's obviously you're old enough, wise enough, educated enough, you can't just listen to one opinion, surely. You know, surely you can't listen to one opinion. You need to take, you know, if anybody who's educated, anybody who's studied, anybody who's trying to evolve in life, you need to know, you need to take elements from different sides and gather your own conclusions, correct? But there's people out here, they only ever reading and listening to one narrative. That's where the problem is with the media.
Who in the media is giving alternative narrative? Do you know anyone who's giving any alternative narrative?
We've got channels like RT, or you've got individual people's like on Instagram and on social media, and you know, these people, I'm sorry, I can't think off the top of my head, but there are alternatives. Social media is a big help.
So where do you get your news from?
I'm not gonna lie, I still look at BBC and I still look at Sky News, but you need, like I said, you need a variety. One thing I will say, do not ever just read one newspaper. True. You know, like there's the Guardian, there's the Independent, there's, you know what I mean, there is the Daily Mail. I don't want to say them, but do you know what I'm saying? Like, you need to get different levels of narrative, then you come to your own educated conclusion. Like I'm saying, these are basics, these are common sense. Why the hell would you just listen to me, for example, right now? I'm not telling you to listen to me. Go and do your research.
So tell us, what do you think that what has driven this guy Darren Osborne to come all the way from Cardiff here to kill some Muslims?
I believe he got brainwashed.
I think so.
I believe he got brainwashed.
Yeah, it was. And
with all the propaganda on TV and everything, I believe he got brainwashed.
And in the media, he was so much media. And if you, as you said, Mirror said, Abu Hamza was there. Yeah, they kicked him out. What happened with Abu Hamza? If he's the one person who have that kind of mentality, why we all Muslims, why we don't have the mentality? He is Christian, he is Muslim, he is Muslim. Why we don't have that kind of mentality like Abu Hamza had? We hate him.
No, I told him.
No, he is Christian. So we hate him. There's only the media spotlights. He was watching media and he saw that he said he want to kill all Muslims, and he was repeating it. As my brother was here, as my brother said, he's all, and he was laughing.
So now we see where the problems are. We hear what you're saying. What do you think is the solution to this? Do you think sometimes, okay, where this is going to end, how this can be solved?
You need to ask that question, you guys, the media and the government. They need to find a solution, because we can't work for the government. We can't come tell the government what they need to do.
Something is seriously wrong, and that needs to be fixed.
Yeah, what's the name?
They should know what they have to do, basically. But one thing I don't understand, you know, the other day when the incident happened in London Bridge, they come and shoot the people straight away.
Yeah.
But they didn't do that yet last night.
Yesterday we were kicking.
That's my point. Like, why did
the police say no, don't do it.
Now
don't
they
do
want to
it.
take him to the hospital.
Why you can't punch him? Why you can't punch him? Who sent him? Who sent him to come do this last night? Who sent that guy? You live in Cardiff, to have in London.
Yeah, what does he know about Finsbury Park?
Where?
What does he know about Finsbury Park from all the way from Cardiff?
And what he knows about the prayer times.
Yeah, the prayer time.
Prayer times. Oh, the Muslims can come out that time or that time. Why they don't go to his house now and they do a raid and find what he was doing, what he was doing for his living?
They raided a house in Cardiff.
His neighbor was sent to the police. And 11 o'clock, the guy was in the van, sleeping. He was just waiting his time, and he went to touch himself. Why are you sleeping in the van? Why are you not going to the house? He said, leave me alone. So, and they say he was drunk. Someone's drunk can't drive. You can't drive to Cardiff to arrive in London. Impossible. A drunk man can't. Impossible.
They should be arresting him on the motorway.
Like, something. It don't make sense. Because
they didn't shoot him.
How can you know the time?
Now they want to take him to the hospital and check if he's got mental issues. That means they're going to prove that at the end, like he's
that was someone of culture or someone Muslim. That's why, like I said before, he would have got shot 8 times to send a message. There was no message sent in that. There was no message sent.
To stop punching. Why we need to stop punching? He done something wrong. You need to tell us who sent him and why you doing that for.
Okay, guys, I think. Anything else you want to add?
Me and this guy were having a conscious conversation about who gains from these things. It's the elitist people that control government, that control media, that control society in general through classism. So there's people need to definitely open their eyes and do some research, man. Like seriously. Don't be looking at at the puppet, which is Theresa May or, you know, Donald Trump and this, that. There's people, they get elected every 4 years, every 7 years, whatever it is, but the system stays the same. The people in charge in the background stay the same. So people need to open their eyes. Who's gaining from what's going on here?
You agree with this?
Yeah, I totally agree, man. I totally agree. The same propaganda is the same propaganda that gave money to ISIS, because USA, I mean, it's under the eyes of everyone that like ISIS has been created and financed by Western countries, and then they blame Muslim, you know, to put, you know, people against each other, to put Muslim against Christians and blame Muslim, but it's not like that. It's not like that. If only people that open their eyes, you know, the same propaganda that brought this guy from, you know, wherever he comes from to do that thing is the same propaganda that gives money and created ISIS, basically, which is not from, you know, are not Muslims, but is USA, the same USA that created Osama bin Laden. So. And then they you know, they create the problem and they point out the finger and say they blame now Muslims. But it's not, you know, but I don't think at all that Muslims are dangerous or Muslims are.
The word Islam,
it's
defined as peace.
Yeah,
it means peace. It don't mean that we hate people. It means we're peace.
I know.
It's a peaceful religion.
And the effort that those people in charge are trying to.
Okay, guys, thank you very, very much for a lively discussion in the middle of the night. And we do from LB24 TV, and please do keep an eye on us, and you will hear a lot more views which are not covered in the mainstream media will be covered through our channel, and we will see you again. And now we are going to we'll walk towards the FinsburyPark Mosque just to.
Near the East London Mosque, E1.
Yeah, yeah. We are in the E1. The office is in the.
Bomb evacuation there today.
Not that I am aware. Not that I'm aware.
I read something. I'm not sure.
Okay, thank you very much. We're going to cross the road as soon as we get a green man to cross the road. The depth of the problem, as the viewers, none of the individuals who were talking to me were happy to show their face in the camera. They're scared. They're scared of talking out. They think this is only a symptom. These attacks in London Bridge, attacks in Finsbury Park and Manchester, they're part of a global, wider problem of class dispute, a difference of class. It's a fight of the classes, and the establishment remains the same even though the faces change. That's what they are saying, and that's a very, very different picture of the world than what we see and hear from the mainstream media. This is the Finsbury Park Mosque in front of us now, and you can see people have come here and they have shown solidarity for the Muslim brother who has passed away. We have lovely comments here, and again the same thing has come out. Turn to love, united against all terror. Love, not hate. One world, one love, and peace, tolerance will reign, inshallah. We have more in common. London together. Hatred does not conquer hatred. We are all one. This is what makes the Londoners strong. Londoners get together in the face of these horrific attacks, be it on non-Muslims or Muslims, whether it's in the name of Islam or racism or white supremacy or vindication. Whatever it is, this is very, very challenging for Muslims, non-Muslims, all the Londoners and people of the world. People what is difficult is to fathom the why all of these things are happening. You have heard several of the local boys, they were talking, and they really believe and think that the situation of the world is quite different, is not as straightforward or simple as it seems. We will finish now. We will go offline. And thank you very much for staying with us. I hope that what you have seen and what we have presented you has given you the reality from the ground, which you are not going to get from any mainstream media. Thank you very much for staying with us. Send your comments, feedbacks, and let us know what you want to see more. And we will try to show you things we have perhaps missed. We'll try to cover them. And please stay in touch and give us feedback. Thank you very much. Nawfal Zamir, LB24 TV.